This year, the World Bank came up with their annual World Development Report. And in that report, they said that over 100 countries, including India, they might get trapped in the middle income trap. Now, what is this middle income trap? The middle income trap means that a country which is either in the poor category or in lower income category, they show a rapid growth for few years or decades, but then they kind of are not able to go past that and reach higher income levels no matter how much they try. Hence, they get stuck in this middle income trap. If a country's GDP per capita is between 1136 to 13,845 US dollar, they are a middle income economy. And the biggest problem is that India is not even middle income country. India is a lower middle income country where people's GDP per capita is only $1,000 to 3,800 US dollars per year. And out of 140 crore people, only 10 crore people are driving India's growth. This showcases that India's economic growth is very sluggish. And the government really likes to boast about 7% GDP growth rate. But even if the country continues to grow at the speed of 7% per year, it would take 75 years for us to achieve 25% of per capita of US dollars. It is very saddening that it would take 75 years for us to earn even 25% of what US citizens are earning now. Now you imagine the difference between India and USA would be in those 75 years. Where would USA be in those 75 years? How much the gap would increase between these two countries? That is why it would be very difficult for India to get out of this middle or lower middle income trap. And a lot of people might say that, but in the report we read that 34 countries in the last 30 years were able to get out of this middle income trap to go to higher income economies. So if they can do it, we can do it too. So firstly, I would like to say that those countries that were able to get out of the middle income trap were those countries that became a part of European Union. Means there were a lot of wealthy countries that were supporting them, and the other ones found oil reserves. And for India, both the things right now are impossible. India does not have a peaceful neighborhood where easy travel of goods and people takes place, nor does India have abundant oil reserves. So India has to grow out of this trap on its own. So now we are going to approach this video in two parts. In one part, we will discuss why India could get stuck in the middle income trap. And in the next, we will try and understand what are some suggestions given by some experts on what are the things that India can do and what are the changes that India can focus upon to not get stuck in the middle income trap. So firstly, we will discuss the points why India might also get stuck in the middle income trap. First point is the countries who are historically rich like US, UK, France, Germany, all of these economies have been built on manufacturing, the secondary sector. The base of their economy was manufacturing. There is one country who got independence around the same time as India, and that country was neither the part of European Union nor that country got any oil reserves but still became a developed nation, that is South Korea. And South Korea also became rich by exporting the manufacturing products of the country. China also. Although China is not a high income developed nation, but whatever China has achieved, it has achieved by manufacturing only. So this is one area that if India could focus on it, since the independent time, our economy would also shine. So one might wonder, well then we can start now. We can build a manufacturing economy now. But now it is very difficult. First of all, manufacturing takes a lot of cost, time, place and labor, and all of these need government hand and intervention. But after 1991, we have become this open economy and we have reduced government intervention, so this might be difficult. There are a lot of countries who are trying to enter Indian market, and if now they see that there is a lot of government intervention, they might not come here. And the another thing is that competition is so high that there are many countries to welcome them. And if now somehow we want to become number one in manufacturing, number one in exports, many countries like China are already giving products at a very cheaper price. So why will countries buy products from India instead of going to China? क्योंकि हम तो अभी शुरू करेंगे तो हमारी कॉस्ट भी ज़्यादा ही होगी. दूसरी चीज़ जो मुझे यहाँ पर ज़्यादा दिखती है वो है लैक ऑफ फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट. India is not able to capture the foreign investments. तो दो टाइप के फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट होते हैं. फर्स्ट इज़ फॉरेन पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड सेकंड इज़ फॉरेन इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टमेंट. फॉरेन पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट का मतलब है कि फॉरेन कंपनीज जो होती है वो इंडिया के मार्केट्स में पैसा लगाती है. जब उनका मन होता है वो अपना पैसा वहाँ से निकाल भी सकते हैं. फॉरेन इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टमेंट का मतलब होता है कि वो एक कंपनी के हिस्सेदार या शेयर होल्डर्स बन जाते हैं, तो वो उस कंपनी में फिर परमानेंट हो जाते हैं. जब तक वो कंपनी रहेगी ये फॉरेन इंस्टीट्यूशनल इन्वेस्टर्स भी रहते हैं. एफपीआई का तो क्या है कि वो अपॉर्चुनिटी देखते हैं कि अगर उन्हें किसी और कंट्री में अच्छा इंटरेस्ट मिलता है तो वो सारा पैसा निकाल कर चले जाते हैं. तो एफआईआई जो है वो ये सब नहीं करते हैं. बट हमारी कंट्री में अभी सबसे ज़्यादा इन्वेस्टमेंट जो है वो फॉरेन पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है. तो बहुत सारा पैसा आता तो है बट बहुत कम टाइम के लिए आता है और फिर चला जाता है, रुकता नहीं है. So this is also another problem that many countries don't have that much of a trust that they can invest for a longer time. तीसरी सबसे जो प्रॉब्लम मुझे दिखती है वो है lack of focus on quality education and research. The one thing that I have a big problem with is this education system of this country. Like government is wasting precious years of a child, वो भी 1-2 साल नहीं, 14-15 साल, and a person does not come out with either any skill, any speaking abilities, any confidence or anything. All these years are just wasted. For example, I have studied MCom. It means I have given almost 7 years of my life from 11th to MCom to commerce. But right now if somebody comes and asks me about anything about commerce, I don't remember a single thing. Not even the most basic things taught in the class 11th, I don't remember. Sometimes it feels like I have no memory of learning commerce और वो मुझे कुछ काम भी नहीं आ रही है मेरी लाइफ में जो मैं करती हूँ अभी. Then why did I do it? 7 years of my life they just got wasted. उस जगह मैं कुछ और सीख लेती, कोई स्किल ही सीख लेती तो 7 साल में मैं एक्सपर्ट हो जाती उसमें. बस हमारे यहाँ पर बेसिक जॉब जिसका आपकी डिग्री से कोई लेना देना भी नहीं है, वहाँ भी अप्लाई करने के लिए आपको डिग्री चाहिए. ग्रेजुएशन होनी ही चाहिए, चाहे उसके अंदर आपको कुछ भी नहीं आता हो. इसी वजह से आई थिंक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल डू ग्रेजुएशन, जबकि उनको उससे कुछ मिलता नहीं है. एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज़ दैट वी डोंट फोकस ऑन एनी रिसर्च. कुछ नया डेवलप नहीं होता है, कोई टेक्नोलॉजी कभी इंडिया से नहीं निकल जाती है, इंडिया से कुछ इन्वेंट हो जाए, ऐसा नहीं होता है. दैट नेवर 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 हैपन्स. आई डोंट नो वाई बट इंडिया इज़ नॉट एन इनोवेटिव कंट्री. कुछ नया डिस्कस ही नहीं होता है यहाँ. The government should focus on research facilities in India as well. The last thing that I would like to focus on is that we have not been able to build any USP of India. That is, there is no one product or service that is like the speciality of this country कि भाई ये तो इंडिया से ही होता है. Like for example, China is known for its exports of products. कुछ भी वहाँ पर बन जाता है. Any product you can imagine, China sells it. और Korea is known for its electronic products and its cars. Or for example, Israel is known for its defense products, its cybersecurity products, its agriculture innovation products. What India is known for? What is like the USP of India? Maybe a lot of people might say that in pharmaceuticals India is famous, but for that we need raw materials, and for raw materials we are heavily dependent on China for that. Some people might say, what about our service sector? But we are more known for our scam calls than our services. India has a lot of unique things, but I don't know why India does not make it their USP like spices. The whole colonization of India happened because of that spice, but still India is not number one in exporting spices. More often than not, these kind of news circulates when it comes to our spices. Why can't we ensure कि भाई इस एरिया में तो कभी कोई गड़बड़ ही नहीं होनी चाहिए. Somewhere control, quality check or the strengthening of FSSAI has to be there. But I don't know why we can't make it as an institution that we 100% trust. Second thing is that we can become a tourism based economy. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि ये इकोनॉमी इंडिया में एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं करती है, ये तो ऑलरेडी है ना. तो इस पर थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा काम हम क्यों नहीं करते. Tourism in India now still has not been able to reach pre-COVID levels. Like Hong Kong, which is one small part of China, has more tourists than whole India. जबकि we have so much to offer. इतनी डाइवर्सिटी कौन सी कंट्री देगी. बट आई डोंट नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्लानिंग दीज पीपल डू. टूरिज़म मिनिस्टर किसी चीज़ को लेकर रिस्पॉन्सिबल है या नहीं, उनको साल के एंड में, मंथ के एंड में किसी को जवाब देना पड़ता है या नहीं. आई हैव दिस वन प्रॉब्लम विद लोकल गवर्नमेंट्स और द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट हियर. जो भी ओल्ड एरिया होता है किसी भी सिटी का, जैसे ओल्ड दिल्ली है, ओल्ड जयपुर है, ओल्ड जोधपुर है, जहाँ पर ज़्यादा टूरिस्ट आते हैं, यहाँ पर हमारी हेरिटेज साइट्स होती है, उसको इतना निगलेक्ट क्यों कर रखा है? जो नए एरियाज़ हैं, इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाज़ हैं, जहाँ कंपनीज़ है, वो बड़ा साफ़ सुथरा, चौड़ी सड़कें, प्रॉपर ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट है। पर जहाँ फॉरेनर्स ने आना है और इंडिया की इमेज को लेकर जाना है, वहाँ ना ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट्स है, वाइडर रोड तो छोड़ दो, कचरा भी नहीं उठाते हैं वहाँ पर टाइम पर लोग। हेरिटेज है वहाँ इंडिया की, बट उसकी भी हमको पड़ी नहीं है। मतलब आप उस एरिया को से पैसा कमाना ही नहीं चाह रहे, उसको बेनिफिशियल आप बनाना ही नहीं चाह रहे हैं कि टूरिज़्म से भी हमारा थोड़ा प्रॉफिट हो जाए, इसका हम कभी इस्तेमाल करेंगे नहीं। ये बात मुझे समझ में नहीं आती। Second thing is that many tourists who either wants to visit India or they have visited India but do not want to come again, they said that their biggest concerns were health and sanitation problems and their safety for individuals. And nowadays we are seeing many videos where Indian make the most unhygienic food that anybody could ever imagine. And if I saw these type of videos of any country, I myself would never visit the country. बट फॉरेनर्स को साइड में रख के हम भारत के लोगों की अगर हम बात करें तो हमको सैनिटेशन और हेल्थ को लेकर बिल्कुल भी चिंता नहीं है। वी आर नॉट सीरियस एट ऑल। वी डोंट केयर कि हमें कैसा खाना मिल रहा है। तो फिर क्या हम इस कंट्री का स्टैंडर्ड कभी बढ़ा पाएंगे और क्या हम टूरिस्ट को अट्रैक्ट कर पाएंगे? नाउ इनफ ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स, लेट्स ट्राई टू फाइंड सम सॉल्यूशंस फॉर दीज प्रॉब्लम्स. So the first thing that the report suggests that we should focus on the investment, and this is very imperative. For this, the country and the government needs to showcase and build a trust among the foreign countries that India is a country with much stability and good opportunity for investments, and that too long-term investments. And in today's time, more focus on service sector investments should be there. In those countries like South Korea or Chile who got out of the middle income trap, the government hand was very much there. The governments were authoritative, but in India, the government can't do this. India believes in maximum governance and minimum government. So it is on these private companies and people of India that we provide conducive environment for the foreign companies to come and thrive in India. The second thing is that they suggest was innovation. Without innovation, without selling something different in the market, we can't stand out. We can't take first movers advantage. For that, the governments, अब वो चाहे या ना चाहे, they have to spend money on research, quality education, and some opportunities for people who want to do different things to provide them with opportunities. Otherwise, they would just be going out from India and give their ideas to other countries, while India would still be kept behind. We have to stop the brain drain of the country. The third thing is that we have to reduce the concentration of power in the country. Only few companies, only few houses just keep on getting rich. The divide between the rich and the poor just keep on widening. Few days back, I read that India's billionaires' income have increased 40% in 1 year, where almost 90% of the houses in India don't even earn 5 lakh rupees annually. 40% आप कितनी भी कोशिश कर ले, एक मिडिल क्लास आदमी कितनी भी कोशिश कर ले, वो अपनी इनकम एक साल में 40% कभी नहीं बढ़ा सकता. That is what I feel also कि मेरी लाइफ का भी ये गोल है that I want to be in like upper class, not in my behavior or attitude or anything, but money wise. I want financial security for me and my family. That has been my goal since my childhood, and I'm grinding for that every day. But I feel like मैं कितनी भी कोशिश कर लूँ, मैं उससे बाहर ही नहीं आ पा रही हूँ. एक मिडिल क्लास का जो एक चक्कर है उससे मैं बाहर नहीं आ रही हूँ. जितना स्टक मैं अभी फील करती हूँ, आई होप इंडिया ना वैसे स्टक हो जाए कि रास्ता ही ना मिले बाहर निकलने का. For that, the government has to work for reducing this inequality. Otherwise, people of the country would feel that cronyism is happening and the distrust between the government and the people would just keep on widening. Last thing that the report suggested is that we have to incorporate modern technologies into our economy. Otherwise, we would never be competitive. Our costs would still be high and we would not be able to provide quality products. Like for example, in agriculture, we have to introduce modern technologies like tractors, electronical equipments, and we can't still be hung up on bulls or natural rain or something like that. Because in this fast-paced world of technology, if we still are using old ways of working, we would never be able to be competitive. If in factories there are more people than machines, we would never be able to reduce cost, never be able to ensure quality product, and we would never be competitive in the market. So we have to infuse technology of the world in our markets. I know that all of these things, all the governments already know, and I don't have to give them lectures about this, but I think this video was more for common people, because people are not aware about what is happening in the economy. And in today's time, instead of spending our time on Instagram and YouTube shorts and watching brain rot content, if we get to know a little bit about our economy and our country, I think it's a good brain exercise, at least for me. It opens up my mind for new things and new ideas, and I really enjoy reading about all of that new stuff. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope that we don't get stuck in this middle income trap and we all are able to achieve our goals, whatever they might be. Thank you. Bye. And if you can, please subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you.